I think it's important to have more diversity in entertainment because it's more reflective of the real world. And if the goal is to move people as artists and have them feel like they can connect to the characters and to the show that you're trying to create, then you have to make it as authentic as possible. Like if they don't change with the times, they're gonna have no viewership anymore. If their hand needs to be forced right now, so be it. I mean, look at how much traction we got when two of my friends are the ones who were responsible for Oscars So White. And the very next year, look at all of the people of color that won for their performances and for their movies. That was night and day in 1 year. But we had to, you know, be very vocal and speak up about that because it was pretty insulting, you know, that skit that they did. My hope for the future of television and film regarding Asians is just that it will become so mainstream that we won't really even be having to have this conversation, that it'll be folded in such a way that it's not a problem anymore. Asian Americans are so much more vocal and because they were raised with both cultures, you know, and I was raised with a culture that told me to be quiet, so we were sort of the silent minority, but Americans are pretty brash and aggressive, and I think that we can learn from the black community because they've always been brash and aggressive and they've gotten a lot further than the Asian community, in my opinion. Let's be inspired by them and as a community get together and put our voices together because we can really move mountains if every person were to start standing up and using their voice more. Well, it was really bad before. I mean, the whitewashing in the industry, for me, growing up, it was bad. And I had no preparation for it either because I came from New York theater, from there to Hollywood without realizing that I was not going to be able to audition for all those parts that had some substance that all of my white girlfriends were going up for that were blonde, and you know, it just wasn't going to happen. And it was kind of a big splash of water in my face. And then I came to realize that, oh, this is going to take some work. But like I said, I feel like my generation in Joy Luck Club and Friends, we paved the way for Constance Wu and the people who are series regulars now on TV. I think just with social media, you can really use those hashtags and because people pay attention on Twitter. I mean, the President of the United States is using Twitter to try to get some movement going. So I think that, you know, especially the people who are have a platform for it. But you know, you can write letters to the network. That often what can really create. And then there are certain organizations like CAPE, which is one that I work with, the Coalition of Asian Pacifics in Entertainment. And there are a lot of advocacy groups for Asians that you can get involved and make your voice known and picket if need be, and you know, just get the word out. We just have to not be willing to take it anymore.